my doorstep, calendar already full. But I'm tired of busy, empty. Want my days.
You know, a lot of daily devotionals give you a quick thought for the day, right? But what if you're looking for something, well, something more? Like a structured path that actually builds on itself day by day. That's exactly the promise behind Apostle Morie Sanpha's 31-day devotional, Fruitful in Every Good Work. And today, we're going to break down its core journey.
So, right out of the gate, the book's intro makes this really bold claim. The author is basically saying, hey, this is not just a random collection of thoughts. No, this is designed to be a carefully structured journey, where every single day is a deliberate step forward, building on the one before.
Okay, so what is this journey all about, really? Well, believe it or not, the entire 31 days, the whole thing, is built to answer one central, massive question. And the author argues that truly grappling with this why is the absolute key to unlocking a life that's genuinely purpose-driven. Now, the book argues that this whole journey has a very specific starting point. And to get a handle on our purpose today, it says we actually have to go way back, all the way back to the very beginning. So here's the first big idea the book lays out. It says our purpose today is actually rooted in the very first instruction ever given to humanity. This is what the book calls the original mandate, and it's presented as this foundational command that basically sets the stage for everything else.
And this is where it gets really interesting. The book unpacks that central word in the mandate, fruitful. It actually goes back to the original Hebrew word, para, to show us that the meaning is so much richer than just, being productive. We're talking about this holistic idea of increasing, of growing, and just genuinely flourishing in every single part of life.
And to really drive this point home, the devotional points out something huge. This was not a one-off command. Think about it. It was given to Adam at creation, right? But then, and this is so significant, it was repeated to Noah right after the flood. The author uses this to argue that this idea of being fruitful is a timeless, core part of how we were designed from the very beginning.
Okay, so that's the what, the original mandate. But that leads to the really big question, right? How do we actually live this out today? And thankfully, the devotional doesn't just leave it as some big abstract idea, it actually lays out a super clear, practical path for us to follow.
So if we boil down the lessons from across the month, the path makes a lot of sense. It all starts with obedience, which the book describes as getting aligned with God's voice. Then, that alignment gets tested. That's where perseverance comes in. I love this metaphor the book uses of digging another well, even when you face opposition. From that strength, you get to the most crucial part, connection, staying attached to the source of life. And finally, all this works together to build character, because as the book argues, it's our integrity that ultimately decides our capacity to grow. And that idea of connection, man, it's absolutely everything. The devotional really hammers this point home with that powerful metaphor. A branch just can't bear fruit on its own. It's impossible. Any attempt we make at being fruitful is completely useless if we're disconnected from the vine. And the book is so clear about this. It's not about trying harder, it's about staying attached.
So, we've talked about the path, but what does this fruit actually look like at the end of the day? What's the goal here? Well, the journey isn't just about our own personal growth. The devotional makes it really clear that the whole point is to produce something real, something that actually has an impact on the world around us.
Pulling from the book of Romans, the devotional points to three very specific outcomes. These are the ultimate fruits. And what's so important to see here is that these aren't material things. It's about producing an internal reality of righteousness, a relational reality of peace, and an emotional reality of joy. These are qualities that are meant to start deep inside you and then flow outward to everyone else.
And all of this leads to a really powerful principle from day 21. The idea is that being part of this kingdom isn't just about getting all the blessings. No, the book is really emphatic about this. That privilege comes with a profound responsibility to actually live this out and represent it well.
So this is where it all comes together. This all builds to the devotional's final wrap-up and its ultimate challenge to the reader. It's really a call to take everything learned over the 31 days and finally put it into practice.
So, what does this life look like when you put it all together? The book's final commission really ties it all up. It's a call to stay connected, to live with intention, and to bear fruit that people can actually see, right where you are planted. It's basically a blueprint for a life that goes way beyond just surviving and moves into actively flourishing and making a real difference. And so, in the end, the devotional leaves us with this final, really powerful challenge. It's this call to move beyond just nodding along with these ideas and to actually start practicing them. The question it leaves us with isn't just for someone reading the book, it's for all of us.
In your own life, right here, right now, what would a truly fruitful life actually look like in action?
Points to truth. Every breath, every move, every word, growing something back to you.